Hello, guys. Hope everybody's doing great. So, the trailer for The Witcher 4 just dropped, and it seems it's already come under fire with some mixed opinions and some controversies brewing. But before we get into that, let's watch the trailer. I won't talk over it. And after that, we're gonna get into the debates, and I'll share some of my personal views on the matter, and we'll go from there. So, this is the trailer.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkable young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness. Tain't the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us. You've an heart of gold. You've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling, sweeten. Today's the day ye fill out your destiny. Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
A witcher? Witcher! Whose coin did ye take? Nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods!
No! You chose her. Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay! I must save them! Save the village!
Save yourself! Run! To shelter! To your father! Run!
She were to go to the woods. The chosen one. His tradition.
Oh no, no, no.
It's all we wanted. For her to go to the woods. To go to the gods.
Gods? There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
Yep, so there you have it. That's the trailer. It looks good from a visual standpoint. It's the same quality we're used to from The Witcher. The visuals are top notch, atmospheric, action packed. It has that Eastern European folk vibe. From that point of view, everything's top notch. Yeah, the controversy comes from the fact that many consider Ciri being, and these are not my words, uglified, which I kind of agree with. So when you look at her, she doesn't even look like the previous Ciri. She doesn't look like Ciri from Witcher 4. She doesn't even look like an older version or more mature version of Ciri. She looks like a different person that has some of the same features, like blonde hair, scar, the green eyes, but she's uglier. Basically, that I'm not saying that the person, the video character they made now for Witcher 4 is an ugly representation of a woman. She doesn't look ugly per se. She's just uglier than the previous version of Ciri, which is what this new trend is all about. That claims that female protagonists in existing franchises and older ones are purposefully made to be ugly or uglier. In this case, Ciri does look to be an uglier version than her former self. And I don't really understand why. Personally, uh, even if I look at Ciri as she was in Witcher 3, she wasn't quite what I would call, if she was a real person, my type. But I can still clearly tell that this new version is not as pretty as the previous one. And so, yeah, I agree with this opinion. And I do feel like CD Projekt Red is starting to follow this trend of uglifying um, their female protagonists to appease certain groups of people that I won't get into for obvious reasons. So that's one of the issues. The other issue is the fact that Ciri is now a full blown Witcher. So, as you all know, or maybe if you don't know, Ciri was Elder Blood. She didn't go through the trials of grasses, she didn't have the mutations. Indeed, she was trained from an early age by the Witchers. She was not a Witcher per se, yeah? She did have all the training or the technique, but she would not have the physical strength, reflexes, or ability to digest potions and use them as a normal Witcher would. Of course, she compensated for lacking these things with her elder blood magic and her special abilities, which was very well done in Witcher 3, where you can clearly see she doesn't have the flashy moves and the physical prowess of Geralt, for example, but she more than compensates for it using her basically elder blood magic, and it's brilliant to see. However, in this new installment of Witcher, we see that they insist on making her a Witcher, which I don't know how they've managed to do it, because as far as we know, she's elder blood and she was an adult before becoming a Witcher. So the trials of grasses only work on children, and this is specified in canon multiple times. So either now they'll have to modify the canon, and I'm sure they will, or add some crazy exception like, oh, because she's elder blood, she can do it, blah blah. They'll probably add some nonsense like that. But yeah, and this is another topic of controversy again, which I agree with. She could have been the same Ciri from Witcher 3, compensating for her lack of physical strength with just using her abilities as an elder blood child. But no, they insisted on making the female version of Geralt, basically. You know? So the message kind of is I can do exactly what a man can do, the exact same way a man does it, but even better, you know? Which brings us to our third and last matter of controversy, which is the subliminal messaging of the trailer. If you read a bit between the lines, uh, you see basically every single male character in that trailer is a bad guy, basically. So you have the degenerate father who sends his daughter to get sacrificed in the forest, and not only that, he does nothing about it to protect his daughter, he encourages this behavior. The mob of angry peasants, which are all men in the trailer, and especially the mouthy one that insists on the young girl being butchered. And then the city goes into action, goes in the forest, saves the girl, brings her back, and she's still dead. Her father helplessly holds her in his arms as she's dying, with the mouthy peasant still talking about it, still being an a hole about it. Yeah. And if you look in the trailer, the first row is only men, it's just men, and they're still mad about something. It's not enough that the young girl died. They still want more death, you know? So all the bad characters are men here. All the disgusting characters are men. Who are the good characters? Who are just two persons, Ciri and the young girl, both females. So the subliminal messaging is argued that is, you know, men's bad, women's good, you know? And yeah, if you look at it that way, it's hard not to see a pattern. So I don't know. I'm still on the fence with it, probably because I'm biased. I'm a huge Witcher fan. And although I wasn't too excited about Cyberpunk and I tried to get into it, couldn't really enjoy it, you know, played the game halfway through and then I just couldn't push through it. I had enormously high hopes for The Witcher 4, and I still do. But yeah, it's hard not to see what people are saying. And I am giving some thought to these opinions because they've gone against some of their own story, some of their own canon, and they seem to be jumping on the bandwagon of this woke trend of making female protagonists ugly and you know, trying to this, you know, always in this should I say competition against men, where there's always an emphasis on how bad men are and how many bad things they do, and never on the positive side of masculinity and all the good things and constructive things that men do. Anyway, so that's for the talks on The Witcher 4. Let me know what your opinions are, guys. They don't have to be the same. I'm curious to see what the general feel of the trailer is and what you guys think about the game. So leave it in the comments. I do read all the comments because I only get two per video. So anyway, So that's my 2 cents. Hope to see you again. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and maybe even hit the subscribe button for more videos coming soon. Thank you guys. Have a great day.